Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Savannah Chrisley shares type of person she will never date again. Coming off the heels of being dumped by Robert Shiver, Savannah Chrisley is sharing the type of person she'll never date again. She had a failed engagement, and a few years later, she met Robert, whom she thought was her forever. So, what is the podcaster looking for? Keep reading for further details. Savannah Chrisley shares type of person she'll never date again. When Savannah Chrisley met Robert Shiver at the end of 2023, she really felt she had found her person. He traveled with her family, and she was ready to start a family with him. The only caveat was that he was still married to Lindsay Shiver. Savannah refused to move forward with anything more serious until he was divorced. Unfortunately, it seemed that it was his estranged wife who played a part in Robert's decision to end his relationship with Savannah. She shared the details on her Unlocked podcast and then asked her followers for help healing her heart. Now that Savannah is single after more than a year and a half with Robert, she knows what she wants from a partner. Furthermore, she is revealing the kind of man she is staying away from for the foreseeable future. One valuable lesson Savannah has learned is that she will never again be with someone who is still married. On her podcast, she stated that Robert was no closer to a divorce now than when they first got together. That was a hindrance and a major red flag for the former reality star. She also explained how he had filed for divorce in April 2023. Then, the two met in August of that year, so she knew he was in the process of ending his marriage. It has been 2 years since Robert Shiver filed, and he was at a standstill, which was too much for Savannah Chrisley. Keep in mind, his estranged wife had previously tried to kill him. Therefore, that was also a factor in this whole debacle. Moving on. Although she cried for 7 to 8 hours after the split, Savannah Chrisley is doing far better. The breakup happened on March 6th, so she's had over a month to reflect on everything. I am still grieving the loss of the life I thought I was gonna live. One thing that Savannah also wants is someone who will fight for her. She feels that she has done everything for everyone else since January 2023. Now, it is her time to be loved and catered to. Yet she knows that she wants to be in love, as this fuels her. Savannah Chrisley knows she wants a family and a partner in crime after all that she has been through with her parents and now Robert. Hopefully, she will find someone who is single and can give her the love that she so desperately wants. Savannah Chrisley has always been known for her southern charm, quick wit, and unfiltered honesty. But when it comes to her love life, the Chrisley Knows Best star isn't playing games anymore. After a whirlwind of public relationships, heartbreaks, and a few too many red flags, Savannah is laying down the law and letting the world know exactly what kind of man will never get a second chance. In an interview that quickly made the rounds on social media, Savannah didn't mince words. Let's just say this: if you lie like it's your first language and gaslight like it's your full-time job, don't even look my way, she quipped. But beneath the sass was a young woman who has lived, loved, and learned a few lessons the hard way. So what kind of guy is permanently banned from the Chrisley dating pool? 1. The too good to be true charmer. I used to fall for charm like it was candy on Halloween, Savannah admitted. The big smiles, the sweet talk, the compliments, I ate it up. But then you realize that sometimes charm is just a distraction from character. After dating a few men who knew all the right things to say but did none of the right things when it mattered, Savannah realized there was a big difference between someone who dazzles you and someone who shows up for you. You can only dance with the devil in disguise for so long before your feet start to blister, she said, with a half smile that hinted at pain behind the punchline. 2. The fixer-upper. Savannah admits that she's got a bit of a fixer instinct, something many women can relate to. I'd meet a guy with potential and think, if I just love him enough, support him enough, he'll change, she confessed. But let me tell you something, love doesn't build character in someone who doesn't want to grow. She reflected on one past relationship where she became more of a therapist than a partner, constantly pouring herself into someone who had no interest in becoming better, only in being rescued. "I'm not Bob the Builder, and I'm not doing construction work on grown men anymore," she said, drawing laughs and cheers from her fans. 3. The emotionally unavailable mystery man. One type of guy Savannah definitely won't be dating again. The brooding, emotionally unavailable man who thinks vulnerability is a four-letter word. "I used to be drawn to the mysterious ones," she explained. "You know, the quiet guy in the corner who doesn't talk about his feelings but somehow always has you chasing after his attention like a puppy." But now, she's done playing mind games. "I want someone who can talk about real things, someone who can handle my highs and sit with me through the lows. If you're emotionally constipated, you're not my person." 4. The social media show-off. In a world where followers are currency, Savannah has learned to steer clear of the influencer wannabes who are more invested in curating a relationship online than cultivating one in real life. "There's a certain kind of guy who's obsessed with appearances," she said. "He's posting daily gym selfies, tagging every brand he wears, and sliding into DMs like it's his second job." Savannah admitted she once fell for one of these guys, the type who's all about the optics but goes silent when the cameras are off. It's exhausting to date someone who's more committed to their followers than to you. A relationship shouldn't feel like a photo op. 5. The mama's boy, with no boundaries. Now don't get her wrong, Savannah loves a man who respects his mama. But there's a fine line between appreciation and codependence. "I dated one guy whose mother was basically our third wheel," she shared. "She called him 10 times a day, picked out his clothes, even tried to tell me how to act." Savannah said she's all about family values. After all, she comes from one of TV's most famously tight-knit broods, but she's learned the hard way that boundaries are non-negotiable. "If your mom has to approve our dinner plans and still makes your doctor's appointments, I'm out." 6. The career competitor. As a successful entrepreneur and podcast host, Savannah knows what it means to hustle. But in the past, she's dated men who felt threatened by her ambition. "Some guys want a woman with drive, until they realize she might actually pass them," she said. "Then suddenly, it's all insecurity and subtle sabotage." She recalled one ex who constantly questioned her goals and made her feel guilty for working late or chasing new opportunities. "He didn't want a partner, he wanted a cheerleader. And I'm not here to shrink myself so someone else can feel tall." A new chapter, a new standard. Savannah's list isn't just a string of deal breakers. It's a declaration of self-respect. After a few rough rides through love's roller coaster, she's finally clear on what she won't tolerate. "Dating used to feel like a guessing game," she said. "Now it's more like a job interview. And if you don't bring honesty, maturity, and genuine kindness to the table, I'm not offering the position." These days, Savannah is focusing on healing, building her empire, and embracing singlehood with strength. "I'm not looking for a prince," she said with a confident smile. "I'm building my kingdom. If someone wants to join me, they better be a king, not a clown." The takeaway. Savannah Chrisley has turned heartbreak into wisdom and glam into grit. Her dating dons aren't just juicy gossip. They're empowering reminders for women everywhere. You don't have to settle for charm without character. You don't have to play therapist, babysitter, or publicist for a man who can't show up emotionally. And you certainly don't have to apologize for wanting more. As Savannah puts it best, "I've learned what love isn't, and now I'm finally ready to recognize what it is. Until then, I'm good, me, my dog, and a peaceful heart." And with that, Savannah rides into her next chapter. No liars, losers, or lazy texters allowed.